What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, because today we're going to be talking about a topic that a lot of resellers don't talk about. And it's my biggest sneaker losses of the year of 2020. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to everybody that showed love on our very first YouTube video. We got a bunch of comments, we got likes, we got subscribers, and I cannot just say, this is probably a very nerve-wracking thing for me just to get onto this platform and to be able to get that kind of feedback. It just motivates me, and I just hope you can continue on with the journey. But today, I just want to say Happy New Year. Hope you guys had a great Christmas holidays, and I am so ready to get rid of 2020. And I think what better way is to recap exactly, especially from a business perspective, just to be able to look back in terms of the investments you've made as a reseller, in terms of what you could have done, what you could have done better, what went wrong. And I think this video will basically sum up everything, especially for me, and something that I can look back on especially as well. Coming in at number one, it is not a specific shoe, but is actually an application. The Nike sneakers app. You guys have seen my TikToks. It is frustrating. I cannot hit on a hype shoe to save my life. I think I've only been able to hit on possibly like the Fire Red 4s or a general release, and it just frustrates me because I see all these other people that are hitting. I'm just like, why can't it be me? I've done everything from doing the Face ID, from switching your gender preference to a woman, and it doesn't work for me. So whatever you guys think helps, please let me know. Comment down below what has helped you pick up some of the shoes on Sneakers for Retails, because your boy needs some help. Coming at number two, this shoe usually holds its value pretty well. So this is kind of why I made that decision to go pretty big on this investment back in August. And this one is the Air Jordan Japan Neutral Gray, also known as the Metallic, that released back in the 2000s. And I'm telling you, we really thought that this pair would go up in value. I think in general, we spent about $4,500 in this. And right now, I believe each pair we paid was about $300 per pair for the men's, and then about $260 for the grade school. And on the market, as of right here on OOSKicks, the men's sizes are going for about $220, and the grade school size is going for about $230 depending on size. That would mean that right now our general loss is about $1,000 on our whole investment, but that's okay. The great thing about Air Jordan 1s is that they hold their value. Over time, they have that trend of going up depending on the shoe, so we're hoping that we can recoup some of our losses as well. You only really lose when you sell, right? Coming in at number three, this specific shoe is a Nike Dunk SB, and it is in the rainbow box. And this specifically was pretty sad to me, just in terms of like what the hype is today, just because I know the history of the shoe. This one specifically is the Medicom Bear Brick, or Toy Bear Brick, and just the material on this is a bit different from the Medicom 1, the Medicom 2, and the iconic Medicom 3. But unfortunately, this one just didn't have the same praise that it had in terms of the resale community. I did invest about $400 in each pair that we had, and in today's StockX market, I believe they're going for about $200 to $230. So we are at half of our investment, which is a pretty big one. I think we bought about 4 pairs of these, but in general though, I think for me, it was just like kind of buying into the history. And I have to understand that in today's resale world, that is not the same. People are gonna buy the shoes that are really hype, simplistic as well. But this one I think is just too simple, and it is one of my biggest losses in terms of investments. But it's okay, because I think in time, just history will hopefully replay itself and just kind of go up these in value. I do have a personal pair, and I do think that there is opportunity for growth. It is a sleeper pair, especially with the material that's on here. It's kind of like bear hair, or just hair in general. You win and you lose. Most of the time you win in the shoe industry, but you make some bad calls, and owning up to it, it's a really big opportunity for you to learn from it and also get better, right? This one, I'm gonna need to take a little deep breath in. This one was tough. It comes in another rainbow box. This one is a size 10. At first it was a personal pair. I was very high on this shoe in the very beginning, just because of coming out there and doing something totally different. But yeah, let me show this off. It is the Nike Dunk SB Ben & Jerry. And yes, the price is very high as of right now. It's still about, I think, $1,500 for the normal box pair here on OOSKicks. But here's the problem. What we invested in is not just the regular version of the Nike Dunk SB Chunky Dunky, which is a collaboration with Ben & Jerry, which is overall a pretty sick shoe. You got that aqua toe box, as well as you know, the cow print all over the shoe, and you got that green bottom sole. And overall, man, this one just like speaks out to you as one of the craziest, I think, Nike SBs that have been ever created. However, what we did was we actually invested in the special box. And if you can tell that this pair back in the day when they first released was coming out to about $2,700, $2,500. And that is a price we paid. But if you look here on OOSKicks, yeah, I think the last sale was about $1,750 for the size 10, and that nets us at about $1,000 loss on this one shoe. It is very unfortunate, but I do think, especially with these special box pairs, I think there is room for growth in the future. And I'm hoping that either I make this a personal pair or I try to resell it. I don't think right now is the time to resell, especially when your net loss is very high. So yeah, this comes in at number 4. It's really big, but it's okay because you move on to the next shoe. And this one, I think, just speaks to you in terms of if you want to keep this as a display. It's very iconic as well, and I'm hoping in the future I can make some of my money back. Last and final, number 5, Sneaker L of 2020. The shoe that I'm holding is actually not the shoe that I lost out on in terms of investment wise, but it's actually a lesson that I do want the YouTube community to learn more about in terms of how we go on and deal with people out there, especially in Facebook or Instagram or OfferUp, in terms of, you know, how payments are made. Number 1, and I have to say this very importantly, do not use Zelle if you do not know the person. I had to learn this firsthand on a mistake that I made. Zelle payments cannot be reversed. I believe Cash App payments cannot be reversed as well. So the moment you send that Zelle, it is gone. It's gone from your account. There's no way you can take that back because you specifically put in the information of that person, and that voids every type of chargeback opportunity. So this specific pair that I got scammed on, that I was lucky enough because of my boy Mendoza that did a trade with me, is actually the Nike Dunk SB Civilist. And man, this one hurts just to see it, but I'm blessed to have it in my collection. Also, shout out to my boy Shoe Pugs, my boy Jimmy. He actually did a size swap for me as well. So those two have been big in my growth in terms of Instagram or just reseller as well. I hope to have YouTube videos in the future, but those two have helped me get a pair for myself. Basically, I was purchasing a size 10 and it was too good of a price. It was like $650, and the dude told me, you know, just Zelle me. I have a lot of refs, and I believe that because, you know, references, especially in the Facebook community, are huge. Everything that you have in this game is your name, and if you can try to protect that, do that especially. I ended up unboxing that pair on my Instagram live, and it was not the pair that I was expecting. It was supposed to be this shoe. This is the one that actually turns color when heat is applied to it. I don't have enough heat right now because it's cold, but yeah, he scammed me $650. I tried my best. I put him out on blast as much as you can, but at the end of the day, people are just not gonna pay, and karma will get you back. This one is probably my biggest sneaker loss. Gladly was able to get a pair in my collection again, but yeah, I'm not gonna go ahead and shout out his name because he doesn't deserve that kind of you know, promotion. You know, I'm over it. You get back, you get better, and that's what you do. And I'm lucky just to have these people behind my back to get through and continue it. And that's basically it. That is my recap of my biggest losses in 2020 in terms of sneakers. And I think it's just very important that we look back in terms of our own personal growth, how you get better, the lessons that we learned. So for me, what I want to learn more is about what losses have you taken, either it be sneakers, stocks, in life in general. Comment down below. If you like this content, please give us a like, hit that smash button. To be honest, that would help a lot, and I just appreciate all y'all for following the journey, for joining us in this OOSKicks times YouTube. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Can't wait for the next video. Always remember, stay in stock without a stock kicks.